What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be breaking down and analyzing the FX Cartel competition. This is a competition that we ran for them over a month ago now. I took the FX Cartel course, the 50 cal course, over 2 years ago, but they are one of the largest and most well-respected communities in the entire Forex space, especially in the UK. And so we were super honored to run this competition for their traders, for everyone in their 50 cal community. And it was a super close race. And so I want to break down some of the trades that the top traders took. I think we could probably get a lot of value by looking at what they did to make an insane return. And the top winner literally won a $500,000 account. So super big stuff. So okay, so the competition finished on April 14th. So by the time this video is out, it will be perhaps 2 months after the fact. But there were 427 contestants, but the truth is a lot of you, especially probably some of you watching, were a little sneaky. You registered for this competition when you weren't supposed to. So really, there's about 200 FX Cartel traders in here and 97 remained come the end of the competition. But we will not waste any time. The top trader was Tony Muir. So Tony won the competition with an insane return of 58.05%, which we can see right here. So if we look at his graph, it started off pretty slow for Tony. You can see here he brought it all the way up to $115,000. So that's a beautiful return of $15,000, 15%. But then things kind of dropped back down to 105 and they were just super flat. So this is interesting to see because, you know, these are probably a lot of break-even trades and he was just waiting for that one large winner. So if we look at what he actually traded, there's quite a few trades here, 109 entries. So that is a ton of trades in a month. We ran this competition for 30 days. So the equity curve is obviously very steady, no big declines whatsoever. But let's see what the outliers are here. So lots of small, oh, we can filter it like that. Okay, so the largest loss was on the 20th of March, which was pretty early on. That would have been this one here where he lost, 10% or so. And that was on gold. That was 2 lots. He opened it at 1 o'clock on the 20th and closed at 6. So he held this for over 24 hours and that was a pretty large loss. But you can see here, and this is really the key to being a successful trader, all of the other losses are quite small. We're talking $1,000 to there's $500, $600, $400, which is nothing crazy at all. Very risk managed, especially on a 100K account. But let's look at the largest winner, which is this beautiful trade. Again, 5 lots on gold. So much larger position size than he had for the large loss that he had on gold. Made $10,000. And so what I really like here, compared to some of the other competitions that we run, is we've had traders up 100% and they really just make it on one trade. They basically gamble, go all in. Tony was very consistent. He didn't rely just on one win. We have a $10,000 win here. We have an 8,000, 8,000, 7, 6, 2. So there's a bunch of trades. All that to say, Tony, very good stuff. Kept the wins huge, kept the losses small, and that's what we like to see. But the difference between first and second place was very small, 53.96% return for Nemanja 1001, and their equity curve is also fantastic. Very minimal dips. You can see here, very minor. They dropped from 117 to 106, which of course is still a very large loss. However, they were up in profit. So that's fine. Nice equity curve there. Let's look at their largest win. See, their largest win was $20,000. That was a 15 lot sell on gold. So this is interesting. Their position sizes were much larger than Tony's, who his largest trade on gold was only 5 lots. It's 15 lots. Open time was the 14th. See, they only held this trade for just under 3 hours. So a very different approach than Tony, who looked to catch some larger swings. If we actually go back and look at the largest, the 4th to the 5th, yeah, so they held this one for over a day as well. So that's super interesting. A very different approach, I imagine. Maybe a different time frame. I'd be curious to see the difference there. Let's look at the largest loss. The largest loss was $6,800, a couple of $5,000, $4,000, $3,000 losses. So nothing too crazy, but again, a beautiful equity curve. They finished with $153,957. Third place, also not far behind at 53.78%, G Kopari. This, you can see, is a little bit more what we see like in our other competitions. Now we have lot size rules, so it's going to be way better. But this huge win here, let's check that out. That is just massive. A $30,000 win on gold, 16 lots. That is the largest lot size we have seen so far on gold. Open time was on the 11th. Close time was on April 12th. So not quite 24 hours, but they did carry it over into multiple sessions. So that's interesting. But everything else you can see very steady, 11,000, 10,000, 8,000, a bunch of $4,000 wins. And for losses, the largest loss was a $5,000, which is the smallest loss in terms of largest loss that we've seen out of the top 3 traders. So really, really great stuff. I think, if you go into our dashboard, you can find these stats, and you could probably do, if you take the time, there's a ton of value here, because you could literally go back and you could look at the trade that they took. You could analyze it on the charts, and I bet you would learn a ton of that. This is almost like being in the FX Cartel course and group for free. You just have to do a little bit more of the work yourself. So that was the 3rd ranked trader. Let's check number 4, who finished just over 53%. Also very steady, but we had this huge spike right at the end, which is interesting. So largest loss, $7,000, which is a little bit on the larger side, but largest profit, $16,000. Also on gold, 10 lots. So very, very consistent. We can scroll through here. Lots of little wins. These add up over time. You don't want to, overlook a $500, $500 wins. When you have a funded account, that can really pay the bills. That can bring in a lot of money. So very consistent. Did get that massive win at the end. I think this was near the end of the competition, so obviously they were, trying to catch up. So good stuff there. Then in 5th place at 40%, so just almost 20% back, you can see this is, they were super steady all the way, trying to bring it back up. They dropped all the way to, just under $96,000. They bring it back up to 100, and then right at the end, we have to take a look at this trade. Time was running out, so they went balls to the walls. So largest, see, this is not great here, especially, if this were a funded trader, this would be a red flag for us, because their largest loss is $9,400, but their largest win is only $6,200. That came right at the end of the competition on April 13th. So 14 lots on gold, went pretty heavy. These are actually 3 positions, all 14 lots, but on separate days, so they weren't all at once. So that's really interesting. If we just scroll through and see, let's look at Tom, 21% down. This is the opposite of, we literally flipped the equity curve from the top traders to the worst trader. But I wonder, this trader could have just been a gambler, might not have actually been in the FX Cartel group. Largest profit was $10,000, which is lovely, but the largest loss was $17,000. 15 lots on EA. Held it for a long time though, no way. Yeah, I would imagine that this trader wasn't actually in the group. They probably just got removed from the group, and so then they had these trades running. Opened it on the 4th and held it till the 17th. That's wild. Imagine it actually went their way though. That'd be $17,000 in profit. Huge swing trade there. So that is wild stuff. But honestly, I think there's a ton of value here. If we literally just scroll through and were to break down their trades, it's good stuff. So I highly recommend FX Cartel. They are a great community. They've been around for a while, and I can speak firsthand. They're not paying me to say this. They didn't pay us. We didn't pay them to run this competition. We just wanted to see how their traders would perform over a month and have this data and provide them with free evaluations, which is exactly what we did. We would love to do this for more communities. It can be hard to get in touch with different trading groups because there is a lot of competition in the prop firm space, and and rightfully so. A lot of trading communities want to affiliate themselves with good prop firms that are legitimate. And so if you can get us in touch with another trading community that would be open to doing something like this, we would love to do it. So drop a comment down below. Let us know what communities you think we should try and do this for. It'd be awesome if we could do like battles against different communities. No other prop firm is doing this, but we would love to use our tech to do it. So if we had like some ICT traders going against, you know, FX Cartel or different kinds of strategies, I think that would be super, super fun. So let's make that happen. Our DMs are always open. So if you are watching this and you're in a community, shoot us a DM at Twitter, Instagram, email, support@larkfunding.com. Let's make it happen, and drop a comment down below to let us know what community you think we should do this for next. Thank you for watching FX Cartel. If you're watching this, thank you for doing this competition. It was great fun. We'd love to do it again, and we will see you all in the next video. Until then, play the long game and peace. Thanks.